Amazers, welcome back.
Hi Amazers! So today we'll be looking at rounding, decimal places and significant figures. And the first one will be rounding to the nearest 10. So when you're doing rounding to the nearest 10, look at the number in the unit column. If it's more than 5, you round up. If it's less than 5, you round down. Okay, so 2 definitely is less than 5, so this one will be rounded off to 0, and the other numbers before it will still the same way. Okay, next thing, also this one rounding off to the nearest 10, look at the unit column, and 9 is more than 5, so this one will round up. Okay, so it will be 79 plus 1, that is 80, and everything after that will become 0. Now for rounding nearest next to the nearest 100, so the question was 482. Over here you have to look at the two numbers, the last two numbers, so the number in unit column and also the number in tens column. Okay, so you look at both numbers. If it's more than 50, you round it up. So this one should be more than 50 for it to go up. And 82 is more than 50, so this one will go up by 1, so it becomes 5 and the rest becomes 0 0. Now for 799, underline those two numbers. If it's more than 50, the next number will be rounded up, and this one will become 800. Okay, so the answer here will be 500, here it's 800, and this one is the answer, and that one is 800. Okay, now for decimal place, you look at the decimal point and underline the first number after the decimal point, which is in the 10th value. Then look at the next number. If it's more than 5, then it will be rounded up, and 4 is less than 5, so everything else will remain the same way, so it's going to be 4.9. Okay, same thing, this one is in the 10th value. Look at the next number. If it's more than 5, you round it up. This one definitely is less than 5, so it's going to remain the same way, so 0.6. Okay, so now once again we have 4.945 to the nearest two decimal places. Now over here, underline the two numbers, but you look at the third number. 5 is if it's 5 or more than 5, definitely this one will be rounded up, so it becomes 4.95. Okay, then 0.6138, what will that become? Maybe you can pause the video and try it on your own. Okay, so come back. Okay, so we have these two numbers. The next one is less than 5, so everything else will become 0, but the numbers prior to that will remain the same way, so 0.61. Okay, next one will round off to one significant figure. For significant figure, if for example you're given a number as 0.0639, the first significant number will be counted from 6, where it's a non-zero. Okay, so this one is the first significant figure, this one is the second, and the third one. But if you have let's say 596.3, this 0 is significant as well because it appears in between whole numbers. Yeah, so here you have to count as first significant figure, second, and so forth. Yeah, but if you're starting with a 0, don't count it as a significant figure. You start from where there's a real number. Okay, now with that in mind, you're going to try this one. So one significant figure, we're not gonna count this one, that's non-significant, so we start from here. Okay, so the next number is 0, meaning everything else will be rounded off to 0 because it's less than 5. So the answer will be 0.1 because the 1 won't be affected. Okay, now to one significant figure, this number, that's the first significant figure, sorry. And for whole numbers, after rounding it off, you have to keep everything. After you rounded it off, you have to change all this to zeros, because as you can see, this one is 9,364. Okay, so when you look at 3, that one is less than 5. So it's gonna be 9, and then everything else has to be written as 00 because it's a whole number. So this one you can't write it as, okay, this one is the right one. This one you can't write it as 9. That's not the answer. Okay, so you have to keep the zeros after because it's a whole number. But when it's a decimal number, you don't need to keep the other zeros. So the answer should be 9,000. Okay. Okay, now the same question, you're going to round it off to 2 significant figures, so 0.1062. The first significant number will be 1, so don't count 0. Then the second one is that one. Look at the third one. It's more than 5. So we round this one up by 1, and the answer will be 0.11. You don't need to keep the rest as zeros because it's a decimal number. Okay, and next one now we have 9364. Sorry, my work is a bit messy, but I hope you're understanding it. Okay, so this one to 2 significant figures. First significant figure. Second, look at the third one. It's more than 5. So this one rounds up by 1. So it becomes 94. But that's not the answer. You have to keep everything after that. Keep it as 0 because this one is a whole number. Okay, last but not least, we want to round this off to 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3. Check the fourth number. It's less than 5. So everything else, everything over here won't be affected. 5 to 5, and then like we said, this one has to become a 0 because it's a whole number. So everything after you round it off, keep everything after that as 0. Okay, last, so first significant figure, second and third. Look at that one, it's less than 5, so nothing will be affected over there, so it will be 0.205, and that should be your answer. Okay, so I'm going to give you some 2 bonus questions for you to try it out, and in case you've watched the video, you can write your answers under the comment section, and good luck. Okay, bye bye, thank you for watching.